Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Detective Dark, and welcome to What If Deku Was a Cyberman Part 3. So, before I get into the actual what if, I'd like to say, at the time of recording this, I've not been too happy with Part 2 of this series. So, depending on how well received this video is, I may or may not continue what ifs, at least for a little bit, because I've got other stuff to do, and the fact that the last one hasn't done as well as I thought it might has put me on edge. So, with all that said, let's get into the actual what if, because you're tired of listening to me ramble. We pick up where part 2 left off. We go to the detective entering Midoriya Industries to question the CEO of the company into his mysterious dealings and investments. He sat waiting for Mr. Midoriya to arrive and to answer his questions, but he heard the noises of grinding and steelworks in an office building. He thought that he should keep it to himself for now, but it still lingered in his mind. Why were those noises in an office like this? He could not continue this train of thought, however, as Mr. Midoriya came in, and so the detective asked his questions and was countered by Mr. Midoriya's vague and deceptive answers. And then the detective was forced to leave because he was getting too close to the truth. The detective stuck around the building overnight to find the source of the weird sounds and see if it has a certain connection to the disappearances that had been happening of recent. He stealthily gets into the building, avoiding guards, as well as rarely knocking out the ones that were unlucky to come across him. Detective, after half an hour, found himself at the front of a large metal door. As the detective opened the door, he heard two voices speaking in an industrial area of the office, which he thought was a bit suspicious, obviously, but he could make out one of the voices was Miss Midoriya, and a robotic voice, as he realized that they were behind the disappearances, but before he could leave, he felt a cold metal hand, and then a jolt of electricity, killing him in a single blow. Meanwhile, with the heroes, they continued to do normal hero work. However, from time to time, when heroes were chasing villains, they would just disappear with no trace, including the villains. Weeks passed after the detective did not come back. The heroes got suspicious of Midoriya Industries, as that was the last place the detective went to. However, they did not have the time to dwell on this, as two events took place, those being the appearance of the mysterious hero killer Stain and the attack on the USJ, which made the heroes turn their attention to Stain and the LOV. This change in attention allowed the disappearances to get worse, going from 10 people per week going missing to 50 a week.
Kirogiri,
said a shaggy blue-haired man. Yes, master? What is it? Calmly asked Kirogiri, the warp villain.
Do you think the people behind the disappearances would join us?
Said the blue-haired villain again. Maybe. Maybe not. It was from that day that the LOV unknowingly set its sights on the Cybermen. And this is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed. That's if anyone watched till the end, because I doubt it. And as I said in the beginning, this will most likely be my last, depending on how well received this video is, this may end up being my last what if, at least for a bit, because it's gone a bit tiring doing basically the same thing, just with different topics. And the fact that as the channel's grown, admittedly, the videos themselves, in terms of people seeing them, it's went down. So I'm kind of off put at the minute. So if this does well, I will end up doing more what ifs, but if it doesn't, I will change my focus to different stuff, because I already have a new project in the works. So hopefully that can take the place of the what ifs for a while. But that's the end from me. Bye bye.